What's up, Multiverse? Dr. Dave here. Welcome to the Geek Lounge and a happy new year to each and every one of you. I know, I'm super duper late. New Year's was like 11 days ago, but this is the first video of 2025, so it's the first chance I've had to say it. You know, we had like, I want to say more than 2 weeks off actually. Spent some time with our family over Christmas and New Year's. We even flew out to the south of France where we met up with our closest friends, or what I call my extended family, even meeting the newest member of said extended family. You don't love me! And I did actually pick up a Funko Pop while I was out there. Sadly though, it was only a short trip, so I didn't have any time to do some Funko Pop hunting, but we are heading back in the summer, so we'll definitely be doing some Funko Pop hunting in the south of France then, because there are some pretty cool shops down there. But let's waste no further time and get into this Funko Pop haul, the first haul of 2025. A lot of it I got in over Christmas. Where should we start? You know what, there's a lot of like bigger stuff here, bigger moments that I did get for Christmas. Let's start with this one then, the Darth Maul on the Bloodfin Speeder. Again, this is one of those where there's just like way too much space in the box, man. It's kind of like reminds me of Father from Full Metal Alchemist. Though despite that disappointment, when you do take it out of the box, it is actually a pretty cool pop. As I said, Darth Maul on his Bloodfin Speeder when he's like hunting down Anakin. Well, actually, is he going after Anakin? Does he even know of Anakin's existence at this point? I think he's just hunting like Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan on the deserts of Tatooine. That's why we have this desert base. You know, we've got kind of like some of the desert particles, the I don't know, engine stuff. You guys know what I mean here at the back, shooting out, which makes it pretty cool. And then yeah, Maul again atop this Bloodfin Speeder. Yeah, big fan of Darth Maul. He's like my favorite villain in the whole kind of Star Wars universe, the whole Star Wars franchise, pardon me. So yeah, definitely wanted to get this one picked up. And yeah, a lot of these, as I said, I got at Christmas, and a lot of them were also in the Black Friday sales. That's what I tend to like ask for Christmas. Like this next one, Bo-Katan Kryze on the throne from the Mandalorian. Again, one where there is quite a bit of space in the box, but it's maybe not as bad as the last one. And I've actually seriously neglected the Mandalorian collection. Like, I feel the last couple of waves, I didn't buy much of it. It has nothing to do with season 3. I know there was a lot of negativity around it, a lot of people disappointed. For me personally, I really enjoyed it. Yes, it definitely wasn't as good as seasons 1 and 2, but it was still pretty decent. Yeah, I just didn't really buy much of it, but a lot of it is now on discount, so that's pretty cool. I can now go back and, you know, kind of try and finish up the collection, because I've got a lot of the like older stuff for sure. But yeah, finally got Bo-Katan on the throne here. Was kind of like this funny sort of moment. Well, was it funny? It was like a coolish moment when she's on the throne, and I was about to say Mando comes in to meet her. Don't know if we will get so much more Mandalorian Funko Pops at this point. The movie, which is set to release next year, it's been confirmed that that's kind of like the end of Mando and Grogu's story. So there won't be like another TV series. It doesn't mean the characters won't appear in other like franchises, other series, other movies, etc. But yeah, their story is ending. But we'll probably get a whole bunch of pops, pardon me, for the movie. But yeah, TV series wise, unless they start going back and bringing us other characters, don't think we'll see too much more. And we do actually have one more Star Wars moment Funko Pop. It is the Darth Vader versus Luke Skywalker, the duel on the Death Star from Return of the Jedi. Yeah, as I said, guys, the classic duel on the Death Star towards the end of Return of the Jedi. We've got Luke with the green saber, and we've got Darth Vader with the red saber. Yeah, I've wanted to be getting more and more Star Wars moments in, because I have this idea for a display, and I know I've got like the what was the name of it, like Yoda raising the X-Wing out of the swamps of Dagobah. Was it a moment or a lesson in the Force, something like that? That's what the moment was called. And I know I've got a couple others, and yeah, we want to do this whole kind of shelf display featuring some Star Wars stuff with some hot toys then in below it. But yeah, that's probably a video that will be coming in the next couple of months. There's kind of other things we need to sort out. But yeah, really happy to get this into the collection. And there is something I did want to check. because they released a whole bunch of Return of the Jedi pops back in 2023 for the 40th anniversary, and we did actually get this Palpatine on the throne. And I know around that time a lot of people were saying you can actually fit him in at the back, so I wanted to do it with my own eyes. And there we go, guys. It does actually work. You can fit him in at the back. I think I remember some guy at Funko said that they designed it this way, and I was like, is that really true? I mean, to be fair, it could be, but yeah, that's like a really cool little thing to kind of add to the moment. And speaking of moments, we've got one final one for this video, guys. Omni-Man versus Invincible from his namesake show, the PX Previews exclusive. Think, Mark. And I absolutely freaking love Invincible. It comes back really, really soon, doesn't it? I think next month, if I'm not mistaken, which is such a quick turnaround between season 2 and season 3 when it was like so freaking long. It was like more than 2 years, I feel, between season 1 and season 2. But yeah, I freaking love this moment as well. Think, Mark. That was just an absolutely awful impression. But yeah, such a cool pop, like brutal, bloody. We've got like the impact there behind on the rock, you know, the eyes. Like one is essentially like bruised shut, it's closed, right? Blood all over the face. We've got blood over Omni-Man, but probably more marks than his. Well, another eye, the other eye there swelling as well. Yeah, it's just so brutal. There is I don't know if you guys have seen the U2s as well, where he's holding Mark going through the train. I'll put it up on screen for you. That's such a brutal one as well. Don't know if Funko like would have or could have ever made that, but I do love that U2s as well. I think I might pick that up. Alright, this one here is the last of the bigger pops that I got for Christmas. We have the Joker on the beach. And I'll be perfectly honest with you guys, if you've been watching me for a while, you probably know this. I don't really collect too much DC, but I am a big Batman fan, so I do tend to pick up a lot of the Batman pops. Though not so much the villains, but I freaking love the Joker. I mean, who doesn't? One of the greatest villains in all of villainy, all of entertainment, if we can put it that way. And this one with him sitting on the beach, when I saw it come out, I think it was, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was just last year, wasn't it? I was like, that's pretty cool. I definitely want to have it. I don't really like know what it's in relation to. Was this, I don't feel this was in like a movie or anything. I mean, it definitely wasn't in a movie or a series, but probably a comic book. But I am blanking on it. But yeah, sitting on the beach, we've got a couple of seagulls, one on his head, one on that beach ball. He's carrying some, I can't even read that, to be honest. The text there is a bit small. I don't know if it's a drink or whatever. We've got the bucket with the spade, sitting like he's just like relaxing in the sun, right? I think there is a corresponding pop like Batman in the Batcave, which I do have to still pick up. And on one of the screens is Joker on the beach. Like, they're pretty cool, like deluxe pops, if we can call them deluxe again. A lot of space in the box. From DC, we move on to Marvel. We've got the Amazon exclusive Iron Man from Civil War. And this is part of that connecting set, if you can call it a connecting set. Like, they all go together to kind of form the like battle scene from the movie. Absolutely friggin' love Civil War. Definitely one of my more favorite movies in the MCU. Love this battle scene as well. Finally have Iron Man into the collection. Like, these have been dropping for quite a while, to be honest. And I've just really slowly been collecting them. Still need Falcon as well as Captain America, and then the collection is complete and we can hopefully get them out and kind of have them all displayed battling each other, right? I think that will look pretty cool. All right, last few bits I got for Christmas then. First up, we have Dean from Supernatural. So my mum actually grabbed this for me from DJ Collectibles when they got a bunch of the restocks in, and they were actually selling it for like £13, which was very good, because the pop was definitely like a 20 plus, probably even 30 plus pop at the time. Honestly, haven't looked at its value for quite a while, but he is scheduled to restock again quite soon. I know in the US, I think it's either February or March, and I'm sure he'll restock here in the UK at some point as well. I think it did restock over in Australia, or is due to very soon as well, so keep your eyes out if you did want to pick up this Dean pop. Yeah, I can't remember how old the Supernatural pops were. They've been around for quite a while. We've obviously got those new exclusives that I did pick up kind of before Christmas. I think that was the last video I did, to be honest. It was just before Christmas, maybe even been on Christmas Eve. But yeah, they kind of look a little bit older, don't they? That more kind of hands by the side kind of style, although he is holding the knife with that kind of blue jacket, the blue pants. Yeah, pretty cool. Jensen Ackles as well has been doing a lot of cons, pardon me, especially in the UK. He did have to cancel a couple of appearances last year though, so we still got to kind of figure out what he's going to be, if he's going to be doing any this year in the UK. But yeah, definitely look to maybe get this signed, or certainly one of the Dean Pops signed. And if Jensen does come, I'll definitely be getting my Soldier Boy Funko Pop signed as well from the boys, which leads me to the next 3 Pops, guys. The latest wave of boys Funko Pops. We've got Frenchie, Sister Sage, as well as Firecracker. I'm really happy to finally get in this latest wave. I say latest wave, I mean, yeah, it is still the latest wave, but I believe they did drop already like 6 months ago, though I knew I was getting them for Christmas, so that's why I didn't bother picking them up. But yeah, my boys collection is now once again complete. Absolutely freaking love this show. Loved the comic book. The show very, very different to the comic book, but still great in its own way, if that kind of makes sense. Can't wait for the 5th season. We've got Frenchie here, though. Like, he just has this, like, he pulls it off, don't get me wrong, but he certainly has a fashion sense that I wouldn't go for, and that I certainly wouldn't be able to pull off here. Arms folded as well. Then we have Sister Sage, who was rather a freaky character if you have seen the last season. Pop looks great. Love the glasses, those big hoop earrings. She's got her hero costume, if we can call it that, with the, it kind of reminds me of like bit Black Panther-ish. That's certainly the vibes I got from the show and that I'm getting now. We've got the dreads as well, with those kind of brown highlights in there. That looks pretty cool. Funko definitely have done a pretty good job on Sister Sage. Though for me personally, I think the best looking Pop of this latest wave is Firecracker, with her kind of Americana style outfit. We've got the gun in there by the side, those kind of high boot heels, another gun there in the side with the, I guess the outfit was supposed to be somewhat revealing. I mean, if you guys have watched The Boys, you'll know what the show's all about. Really hope the actress whose name escapes me, is it something Valerie or Valerie Curry or I do apologize, her name escapes me. I'll put like a subtitle there at the bottom. Yeah, the name just escapes me. She did actually attend a con here in the UK, Northern Ireland Comic Con, last September, and unfortunately there was just some assholes who were, I don't know if someone was dressed as Homelander and was acting in character and was saying some rather like deplorable things to her, and I know she had to make some comments about it on social media saying not to do that, and like, yeah, it's just, unfortunately these guys just being assholes, being dickheads. Don't do that. Don't do that. It doesn't matter. Like, you know, you can have fun, but there's a certain line you don't cross as well, right? And I believe, from what I heard, they did cross it. So I hope that doesn't put her off coming back to the UK for a few more cons. Would love to get this signed and add it to the Sign Boys collection. All right, so that was my Christmas haul, and I honestly feel I did pretty well, but that isn't the end of the pops for this video, guys, because I picked up a whole bunch of stuff during sales over Christmas, over the New Year's. As I mentioned, I picked up a pop in the south of France as well. First up then, here we have the Yellowstone shop exclusive Beth Dutton. Now, funny story with this one, as you guys can see, I ended up picking up 2 of them, but it was on sale on the Yellowstone US store for $5. It wasn't on sale on the UK store, and it was something like £17. So I went to buy it from the UK because I really wanted this. I just finished up Yellowstone. Freaking love the show. Freaking love Beth Dutton. And yeah, it was £17, and then I think they wanted like £4 postage or something like that. So it was coming out to around £21. Then I was like, well, the US store kind of says it ships to the UK. Let me just see. So, you know, I whacked it in. Shipping came up, I think, around like $6 or something like that. And I was like, yeah, this just seems a bit crazy. And then I was like, yeah, I'm a little bit worried about shipping as well, you know, if they don't ship it well. So shall I buy a second one? It's literally just $10, right? So I think I bought them and it came out to around $20 total with shipping. And then they just shipped it from the UK branch anyway. I was like, that's just so freaking weird. And I don't know if it's still available for that sale price of literally $5. If it is, and you're in the UK and you want that exclusive Yellowstone sticker, go and buy it from the US store, man. You'll get it for a hell of a lot cheaper than buying it from the UK store. But yeah, really happy to get this into the collection. It's actually the first Yellowstone pop I've bought. I need to go back and grab the rest. I know Rip Wheeler, not particularly easy to get. Very popular character, definitely my favorite character, but I absolutely freaking love Beth as well. This is her wedding outfit. They said it was metallic. I think it's maybe just like the dress bit underneath is metallic. But yeah, it was such a funny scene. She kidnaps a priest and then ends up forcing him to marry her and Rip. And oh, goodness gracious me. John Dutton. I was like, Kevin Costner. I was like, what was his character's name? John Dutton is there. Are there other family members there? I can't entirely remember, which is crazy because I literally only watched this scene maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago. But yeah, love the show. Definitely eager to see this supposed spin-off with Beth and Rip. Yeah, just such a cool show, such a cool pop. Need to watch the other spin-off series. I know there are more spin-off series coming as well. Yeah, what more can I say? We've got another new Spider-Man for the variant collection, guys. Here we have the Funko Shop exclusive Scarlet Spider. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe this variant is just from the comic books. I mean, the box art literally just says Marvel and there's nothing else on the back. I do have a Scarlet Spider from the, I think, Across the Spider-Verse. I'm pretty sure that's where it was from. But yeah, wanted to add another one into the collection. Just want to grab so many Spider-Man Funko Pops and eventually have this really epic display of my own Spider-Verse. Yeah, I can't say I know a hell of a lot about Scarlet Spider. Like, Spider-Man is definitely my favorite character, but more the traditional Peter Parker, right, as opposed to Ben Reilly. Off the top of my head, I could be getting that wrong, but the Scarlet Spider always had a really cool look, you know, that kind of the blue, I don't even know what you call it, over the red. I mean, you guys can see what I'm talking about with the pop. The hoodie, it's essentially a hoodie with ripped sleeves, isn't it? Yeah, did always like the look, and yeah, happy to add this one into the collection. I did grab it during Funko, so I've had this for a couple of weeks. Funko actually did a sale just before Christmas where it was like the declining discount sale, so it started at 25% off, and like every couple of minutes the percentage dropped. I think I did only manage to check it out around the 21%, and by the time I looked at everything I ended up only getting 20% off, but wasn't still too bad. This had literally only just released at the time, which was the same case for these two, the Funko Shop exclusive Operation Super Smart Denji and Power from Chainsaw Man. Oddly enough, these did only drop in the US this past Monday, I want to say, whereas yeah, we had these in before Christmas. Just one of those crazy rare times where we actually get something in before the US. And yeah, Operation Super Smart was this funny little scene from the manga and the anime. I don't actually think they had, I remember people saying, because I don't read the manga, but I think the commence Operation Super Smart, the line actually wasn't in the anime, which did disappoint a lot of people. But yeah, they're essentially ambushing Kishibe to get the better of him, you know, still during their training phase, and they still haven't really ever, did they ever even touched him at that point? I can't remember. But yeah, Denji is up top. He's got the glasses on. I guess it's the idea is that they're smarter if they're wearing glasses. He's got the axe in his mouth so he can ambush him, and then he ends up getting kicked in the face before he can even touch Kishibe, and the glasses come flying off. The axe is a little bit weird. Like it kind of looks like it's stuck, like not the axe itself, but it just looks like it's kind of stuck to his face because you don't like see the mouth or the lips over the top. But then again, this is just a kind of cheapish Funko Pop. It's not like a $200-300 statue or figure, right? Power also looks great with the glasses. She's also standing in the like kind of, I guess, thinking pose, can we call it that way, with the kind of hand and the fingers, I guess, on the chin, right? At least that's kind of what it looks like to me. I mean, she did battle Kishibe. She shot out some of her blood to create like spears and stuff, so, you know, could they have done something a little bit different? Maybe, but I kind of like this, to be honest. Like the two pops that go together, that is essentially, I believe, the shot from the manga, right? Like Operation Commence, pardon me, Operation Super Smart, right? So two interesting pops to release for sure. I think we're still waiting for Power to be, you know, to have that like blood, is it Bloodsicle? Is that what it's called? I mean, it's been such a while since I watched Chainsaw Man. The movie comes out, is it this year, I think? I mean, I definitely want to go back and watch season 1. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Another anime I really enjoy, guys, is Demon Slayer, so I'm really happy to finally get the Deluxe Darky into the Demon Slayer collection. And this pop is absolutely freaking beautiful, man. It has to be one of the best releases from 2024. Yeah, I just didn't pick it up straight away. I still feel, as great as it looks, I think it's like retail price is 30 or 33, and I'm still like, that's a bit much for me for a deluxe personally. Others may disagree. For me, that is a little bit much. So I always try and pick up the deluxes or the bigger things when they come into the sale, because half the time they don't really look amazing. You're like, I don't want to pay that price. This though does look amazing, and you're kind of like, maybe it is worth 30. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Either way, the pop looks fantastic. We are on this biggish plastic base, but it allows for this whole kind of dynamic pose. The obies, I think they're called, like the obi sash, all kind of going round. Yeah, the hair looks great. We got the pins in the hair. Even we got like the upper rank eyes. Were they 12th? Oh man, I really can't remember now. It's been an age since I watched the Entertainment District arc. But at least she's got the eyes, which was a disappointment with Gyutaro, her older brother, that they didn't actually give him the eyes. I'm sure we'll get another Gyutaro at some point, because Funko definitely milk the Demon Slayer line, no question about that. But yeah, it's just such a beautiful looking pop. Really happy to get into the collection. They have actually made another Darky, which is just a like common release in a standard size box, which does actually make me happy, to be honest, because if you guys know, if you look behind me, you know, when you can see me because you're looking at the pop right now, I get a lot of my Funko Pop signed. And I don't particularly like to get the deluxe or the bigger ones signed. Sometimes you can't help it. Mount Lady from My Hero Academia, for instance. But yeah, so I'm quite happy that we are getting another, or have, I think it's released anyway. Maybe it hasn't just yet, but it's coming very soon if it hasn't. But yeah, another Darky in a common size pop, because I'd love to get that one signed and this one on display, because it looks freaking beautiful out of the box. On to our final pop of the day, guys, and this is the one I picked up in the south of France. We have the GameStop exclusive Naruto ramen box. And I honestly forgot there was just more than the pops inside this box. So you actually get this Hidden Leaf Ichiraku ramen postcard, which I think is pretty cool. Speaking of the Hidden Leaf, you get this Konoha symbol pin, as well as a Naruto pin eating the ramen to go with the Funko Pop, which in itself looks really, really cool. In my opinion, it is definitely an upgrade on the Naruto eating noodles that they did before. They kind of did this run with anime characters where they were sitting cross-legged eating noodles. You know, there was Naruto, there was Tanjiro, there was Biros, there was Inuyasha. I'm pretty sure there are other characters. Probably there was one of Goku. There must have been, right? There are probably a whole bunch of characters I'm forgetting as well. They just kind of did that same kind of theme. But here we actually have Naruto sitting on the stool in Ichiraku Ramen shop. I mean, you guys would have seen the box design. Like, it's just a really cool idea. But yeah, we've even kind of like the eyes are kind of done in a style like he's really enjoying it, right? We've got like the puffed cheeks as well with the noodles going into the mouth. Yeah, it just looks really, really good. And then we have the master ramen chef himself, Toyuchi. At least I think that's how you pronounce his name. Like, I'm like, was he ever named in the show? I certainly don't remember. I feel everyone just used to really call him the ramen guy. But I'm so happy they made a pop of him. Like, I've love the character, you know, his interactions with Naruto over the time, you know, making him his favorite ramen. Yeah, it's just such a cool pop. It is crazy that there are other characters that we haven't had before him, but as I said, I'm still really happy that we do finally have the ramen guy, Toiichi. I think that's how you pronounce his name anyway. Looking very happy, serving up some ramen there with his chef's hat, the rest of his outfit. Like, you've got his daughter as well. That may be a bit of a stretch to go and make her as a Funko Pop, but you never know. Again, Funko love to milk their lines, and I know we're definitely getting more Naruto Pops on the way. But yeah, the reason I wanted to get the GameStop exclusive variant, because we don't actually have GameStop here in the UK, whereas GameStop is pretty prevalent in Europe. You know, not all of the stores are necessarily called GameStop. I think that was like the same in Canada, right? I think it was called EB Games, and then maybe they changed it to GameStop. But like in France, for instance, it's called Micromania, but it is under the GameStop banner, and I believe there's other stores like Italy, Portugal, Spain, etc., where it maybe has a different name. But yeah, we don't have it at all here in the UK, so sadly these are always going to be sold either maybe in HMV or in Funko Europe with that crappy special edition sticker. So yeah, I wanted to get the GameStop one because I would love to get these signed, even maybe then having them inside the like ramen shop window. That could look pretty cool. You may not see the signature as much, But yeah, Toichi was voiced by Lex Lang, who actually voices Suguru Geto in Jujutsu Kaisen, so it would be great for him to come. 2 pops. He may have even voiced some other, I mean, he's no doubt voiced some other characters. Speaking of which, I am losing my voice here a bit. But definitely got 2 pops for him to get signed. Naruto, I do actually have 3 Miley Flanagan signed Naruto pops, so yeah, it would be crazy to add another one, but I think it would look pretty cool in this kind of display. I don't know, what do you guys think? And well, there we go, guys. That is me caught up with my Funko Pop parcels. Until next time, and that is therefore going to do it for today's video. So first and foremost, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend with me here on the Geek Lounge. It is very much appreciated, and I hope you did enjoy the video. If so, be sure to give it a thumbs up and drop some comments below. Let me know what Funko Pops you guys have picked up recently. And as always, I've got plenty more content on the way for you guys. Usual Funko, Lego, statues, figures, and TCGs are all incoming, guys. We've got big plans for 2025. We really want to grow the channel. You know, I've got a lot of like display pieces coming throughout the year. You know, we're going to change this up, change up some of the displays behind me in the other rooms, so plenty of those videos to come. We're going to probably be doing some more like kind of vlog style videos. I enjoy them, I think you guys enjoy them as well. Definitely we'll be vlogging our trip to Japan in April. We're heading there for like maybe 3.5 weeks. We've got Star Wars Celebration. We're going to be checking out all things anime over there, hopefully checking out Universal Studios, riding the bullet train, Tokyo Disney, tons and tons of really cool stuff planned for our trip to Japan. So make sure you guys stay tuned for all of that and much more. What is the easiest way to stay tuned, you ask? It's very simple, guys. Subscribe, smash that subscribe button and enable those notifications so you don't miss out on any of that future content. Guys, thanks again for watching today's video, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace out, nerds.